day one of the 2022 Classic. We're excited. 9 o'clock we have our team briefing for the tournament and the guys are ready to go.
Good, all guys are excited, they're looking forward to it, leaderboards are sent out, and yeah, I think it's all good, we're ready for this.
The big thing is there's two teams, a Team Maz and this year's team Peter Prinsloo. Peter, big responsibility. You've got 24 guys to get on your side and win the bragging rights. You ready?
Yeah, of course. We're ready. I think we're a very, very good team. Ronnie, the previous captain, actually chose a very, very good team. We are strong, and I think we've got a good chance this year of beating Team Maz really, really far.
Well, I'm going to say the same thing. I think I chose a pretty good team. All in all, it's probably going to be very tight towards the end, but we'll see how it goes. But that's not the only thing that's happening on this tour. It is a matter of 3 days of medal golf and who's going to be the best at the end of the day. Okay, we've had here again with us. He's going to go through some of the rules the rules that they expect us to abide by. Duckhook socks. It's a big process to get to a point where we are here now.
Yeah.
Take us through it.
Mazel, yeah. Obviously, the process starts this year again for next year. So, I mean, you obviously start planning a year ahead. Getting the venues. I mean, we had a couple of meetings before getting this arrangements done. So, yeah, it's a lot of planning to do. Get everything right, and hopefully everything get it today.
Gentlemen, you don't actually realize how many golfers there are. When they all come together, you're like, wow, 48 of us, all at the same place, all there to have a great time, and that's exactly what we did. We were all there. The champion is there. Frikkie is back. Donnie's back, the same panel as last week. Thank you for joining us for yet another Duckhook show. As promised, it's part 2 of the Classic, and we're going to have a breakdown of each day, look at the leaderboards, the pins, interviews after each day, etc., and some cool, funny stuff as we go along. That's not the only thing we're doing. We had Woodhill that's happened, and we've had Akasia that's happened. So we'll be having a look and reviewing that as well. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We've got Donnie, Frikkie, and Tian. Hello, boys.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Hello. Tian, how's it?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
It's been one of those weeks again. Busy arranging the next event for Durban.
Yeah.
So trying to get players to join us for next week. So if you're down in Durban, come join us.
So where are you playing in Durban?
We're playing next week at Salville Country Club. It's one of the state courses on the south coast, one of the more prestigious courses down here.
Mm-hmm.
And so space for anybody that wants to come down and play with us.
Sure. I wish we could teleport, chaps. Then we could just go zoop, and we'd be there. We'd play plenty golf. We wouldn't have to worry. Well, I can tell you, Mr. Peter Prinsloo was supposed to be on the show today, but as lawyers do, they get called away and for last-minute emergencies. And Peter says, "Go, Frikkie Bonner," watching from Advocate Chambers. That sounds very important. It sounds like a Suits series, if you know what I mean. So good luck with your...
I feel like the Lonnie person because I'm on the show, so you can be as Lonnie as you want. I'm on the show.
Yes, you're on the show. Thank you to everybody who's watching. I have been watching you all come in. And Martin says hello, Ian says hello, Brian says hello, Quibber says hello, Wayne says hello. Jan Venter says, hello, Ducks. Tian, oh, hi. Hello, our latest winner at Akasia, Peter Zach, Louis Jensen, and Kim, and here we go. That was one of the funnier things, is when Grant Null had his beard shaved off after that. Day 3, he made a bet with Eddie Kutsia, and he said, if you don't win the classic, you have to have your beard shaved off. And it actually ended up happening. I was there when Grant made the phone call to the next morning to his wife, and they did a bit of a FaceTime, and his wife was like, hey, my Livy, come home now. Very excited. Sorry, Abe. All right, everybody. Well, October's done, so we will go through the series standings, and we'll go and look at what the player of the season rankings look like currently. But November's coming, and there's 4 events left. Let's just remind you, if you did not know what is happening, if you're under a rock or you haven't joined, Sunday Series 1 is at Rand Park 5 coming on the 6th of November. That's in 2 weeks, not this Sunday, next Sunday. Thursday Series Eagle Canyon wraps up that series, and then ERPM wraps up Sunday Series 2. Lots of people to crown champions. And we have some people on the Donny and Frikkie in contention in the leagues, so we'll see how that goes. We'll get to it. Okay, boys, you ready to talk a bit of classic?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. They're going to help me as much as possible. Right, so we got there. Day 1 was of the Blues, gentlemen. What did we think of the Blues? I like the challenge. Gives a opportunity to go low. Frikkie, what is your take on the Blues?
Yeah, for me, not that much in favour of that. Obviously, you lose a lot of shots. I still play layups anyways. I'm not a far hitter anyways.
What?
So whether I play 340 meters or 240 meters, so I do struggle a bit, but it was still fun. It's nice to get a different view of the course from obviously the front tee. So it's a good challenge. It just doesn't suit my game.
Oh well, I'm sorry. What does suit your game? Gold or white?
Yes.
Donny, for you who are a long hitter, tell me about how you negotiate the blue tees.
Yeah, man, I think compared to last year and the year before, I was a little bit more, I would say, guns blazing, trying to drive short par 4s and stuff, where this year I actually decided to play a little bit more sort of the more sensible golf, if I can say so. So yeah, I didn't go for every green that was on there. So it's like I actually hit a lot more sort of irons or hybrids off the tee box. So yeah, and I shot 71 on the first round, gross, and yeah, it was a lucky round. So definitely.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. It makes you play the game a little differently. Wayne says, blue was interesting, great challenge too. Yeah, I think many would have thought the same when it came to the Blues. So what happened? After day 1, what did the leaderboard look like? Well, this is what the leaderboard looked like. The top 10 came in. Billy Hall, once again, 2 years in the running, was leading after day 1 on -5. Frikkie, take us through this.
Yeah, man, I think Billy, he just suits his game. Really, he's obviously a long hitter as well, but I don't think he's scared of anything. And being sober on day 1 probably is the best route for him. And yeah, I mean, he got sniped that first day, -5, and I think from there the wheels just fall off. But proper player on the blue tees.
Yeah, proper player. Let's give a shout out to Steve Saunders. Steve was in my 4-ball and he was absolutely on a run. At one stage it was -9. The man could not miss. And then when we came to about 4 holes to go, he started struggling, made his first bogey, and then the 16th got him and he made an 8, which pulled him all the way back. So it could have been a very different outlook if he had managed to keep that -9, because that would, sure, like pin hunting, boys, pin hunting. Everything he was hitting was landing close to the pin and he was making the putts. It was great to see. Tian, how did you go on day 1? Were you on the top? Were you in the top? No, you weren't.
I was +2 after day 1. It was the 18th again. Made a snowman again on 18 on the first day, and that basically dropped me back to +2. I was -1 coming up on 18. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, just to interrupt that. Just to talk a little bit about Tian's round the last day. I actually played with him, and a lot of the a lot of the holes, he actually took like a 4 or 5 iron off the tee box. You know, he hardly actually hit a driver or a fairway with a hybrid off the tee box. And, you know, I think that game for him went on even the through round 2 and round 3. So yeah, kudos to him. He played well. He had a game plan and he played to it on that first day.
Yes, but the thing is, you must be hitting long irons. Like your 5 iron and a 4 iron must be going quite a distance to put yourself in contention. How far do you hit your 4 iron on average?
210 to 20.
Yeah, you see that. If I could hit my 4 iron 200 meters, I'd be happy.
The stroke one I hit 8 iron from the tee box, and I was basically just in front of that where it just narrows in.
Is this on day 1?
That was on day 1.
Yeah, the same here. I hit 8 iron, 9 iron, wedge.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Strange how that happens. Okay, so I caught up afterwards with the top 5 to hear what they had to say after their round.
It was great fun. The 7th was one of the nicer par 3s I had, Paul, so I'm happy. Just need to keep it going now for tomorrow.
Talk about the great golf you played.
Yeah, I mean the course is playing short, so I mean it was easy to get off the tees. We didn't have to hit driver many holes. The par 5s hit drivers miles down there, so we only had a short little iron in. So yeah, it was 2 putts for birdies on most of those. One of the putts dropped for an eagle, and yeah, golf was just great. Hitting the ball well, everything was just going my way. And then we got to the 15th hole, and yeah, all cuck happened.
The game went awesome. Well, it's for a bar. You checked my streak in the beginning. What? We made a 5 on the first hole, and then went 3 on the par 3, 3 on the par 4, another 3 on the par 5. Freaking great golf.
Sub 80, one of my best rounds. My grip on my swing has actually improved a bit, and Wayne had helped me with that, and that's made a world of difference. I'm hitting straight, being able to get to the proper distance I'm supposed to get at, so I think that made the difference today.
Man, die eerste dag van Highland is altyd vir my maklik. Ek het laagstadig voorgeloop. Net die foute geëlimineer. Ek dink nie dit was wat ek fantasties gespeel het nie. Ek het net minderige foute gemaak. Min domme gespeel.
There you go. Love the shirt, Billy and Henry. Very floral, if you know what I mean. Very floral. So that's how it all unfolded. Then we scattered, and then we came in for the evening event, which was a lot of fun, where we went through closest to the pins, for instance, and formal alliances, and interviews, and videos, and we had a good dinner, etc., etc. Right, closest to the pins on day 1, I was lucky enough to hit it very, very close on the 3rd. It was about 40 centimeters away. On the par 4 9th was the closest in 2 that went to Godfrey Watermeyer. And then Kunrad on the par 3 13 stuck closest. So well done to the 3 of us for getting the pins on that day. Right. Then...
I need to ask this question. Did you actually think that it went in?
The pin was just too far, so you can't actually see the bottom of the pin. So we saw it hop, and then nothing. So if I got there and the ball wasn't there, it would have been a surprise because you couldn't see it from the tee box. But I know it was close, and I can't remember the guy who teed off before me. Who was my four ball off day 1? I can't remember. Like it was Peter and Lukey and Steve. One of them also put it. If I didn't get the closest, they would have got the closest. So we actually won the 4-ball alliance on day 1, and it showed because we really came right on the day. I got some comments about the blues here quickly. I've got Kero says I was cock on all the colours. Sorry, Kero.
Could have been just brown.
Maybe we need pink and purple, etc., etc. And you might do better. Grant says blue worked for me this year. This to last year, my PB. Yeah, shot lights out. So well done there. Right, then we moved on to day 2. And this is what the top 10 looked like. And this is where Tian started coming back. Shooting 6 under off the goal. That is impressive golf with a 13 handicap. Jaco Jacobs also starting to make inroads into the field. Sitting on second, -3, 39 points. Fats always likes the back. at Highland Gate. Flicky, there you are, minus
Yeah.
1. How did you go on the last day, or on day 2?
Yeah, look, man, it's the same strategy in the end. Obviously, you hit a little bit, obviously from the back, but the fact that you have the shots now via handicap kind of played in my favor. So I normally have a long iron anyways into the green, so yeah, it worked for me. It's just minus 1 in the end, but I still played backer. I think we had with Donnie and Barent. So it was a good game against them, and yeah, we had lots of jokes, and yeah, Donnie in the end just said to me, just play your game. I didn't try to hit the ball far. It's just a normal swing, and yeah, it worked for me.
Coming to you, Tian, talk us through your minus 6 there. That incredible goal. Especially, how did you tackle it going further back? Because I'm sure you couldn't hit as many irons off the tee.
Yeah, basically the game plan was that day keep the ball in play. If you can reach the fairway with iron, go for it. Otherwise, you need to hit driver. And I hit driver on all the par 4s, all the par 5s except the stroke 1. There I went 3 iron off the tee. And that was in the middle of the fairway, and then but walked off with a 7 on the stroke 1. That was my battle on the day.
Only one at least.
Yeah, only one. But again, I would rather say the 4 ball that I played with Fats, Leon, and Jaco, that actually made the day so much more fun, because they didn't tell me where I was on the day. I didn't want to know the score, and everything just went right. I know I pushed my drive on the 11th hole, and Fats just walked into the bush, and he's like, there you go, you lucky son of a gun. And he just turned away, and there was like a rock on the one side, a bush on the other side, but my ball is right in the middle of the two.
Well,
and so everything just went right on the day.
It does take a bit of luck to shoot 6 under, that is for sure. And I'm sure your putting was very well. You made plenty putts.
Yes, my stats showed I made 26 putts for the day.
Sure, brilliant. Well done.
So I basically 2 putted and 1 putted. I didn't 3 putt all.
That's awesome.
That actually helped. That helped a lot.
So what does it all mean? After 2 days, this is what the leaderboard looked like. Tian Becker, minus 4. Grant Nell, minus 2. Jaco Jacobs, minus 1. Flicky, even. Ryan always likes Highland Gate, even. Fats, plus 1. Martin Tata, I played with him on day 2. Also, very good with his course management, plus 1. He also likes watering the course a lot. Jebel van Wyk, plus 2. Richard Holman had a good round, plus 2. And Peter Zakaria, right up there on plus 3. So it all unfolded. The pins on day 2, let's have a look at this. Donnie, you want to take us through this?
Yeah.
It's coming.
Coming. Yeah, so we can see Billy Hall taking the par 3 7th. We've got Bowie on the 15th, par 3. And then we've got, what's his name?
Peter van Wyk.
Peter van Wyk, sorry, Peter. It's like one of the blonde moments taking the closest on the par 4, 12.
Let's just touch on the 12th quickly, because it happens every year. For such a simple hole, it's such a bloody hard hole. Hey, the thing is not even 300 meters, but man, can you mess that hole up easily.
Yeah. Yeah, man, obviously for me on day 2, my playing partners all took drivers, and I was actually going to hit like a 4-iron off the tee box. And then I thought, everybody's hitting driver, let me join the team, and cost me a shot there, because I hit my ball up on the left last ball.
Amazing.
So like you said, it's such easy hole. You can hit a 4-iron from the back tee box, and you've got like still 140 in, and
Amazing.
I just want to call a false on Donnie. I hit my forward, I'm just saying.
Still a wood.
There's something else. There's 2 things that happened on day 2, which was unbelievable. The first of all, the first one was this. Mitchell de Assassin hitting in a hole-in-one. Wow, what a feeling that was. And luckily, once again, I was in the right place at the right time, because I was in his 4-ball. He teed off last. I think it was about 169 odd meters.
Yeah.
And off it went. It bounced, and he went, that's in. And we were like, no, maybe it went in the bunker. Can it really be? Because you don't want to believe it. It's just like,
Yeah.
how can it just happen? So off we went to see if it was in, and this is how that unfolded.
Let's go check.
Okay, so guys, interesting story number 13. Think Mitch might have made all in one
After 10.
after a nice little 10. So let's go have a look.
It's right there. That's in, huh? I don't need a club.
We need to confirm this, boys.
There's the pitch one. It can never get over from there.
What the?
Okay.
Jesus.
Shot. What a shot. Because I saw it pitch, boom, straight in. Well done, dude. A 10 and a 1, huh?
10 and a 1. Shit. Well, Mitch, talk me through your feelings right now. Is that your first one?
That's my first one ever. Yeah. I was actually
Unbelievable.
saying I've never had an eagle or a hole in one. Yeah. So
What
rock and
happened?
roll. Easy 10, middle of the green, back of the cup. That's what happened.
Brilliant.
Yeah, there we go.
Awesome. Unbelievable. Like an all in one.
Here it is. Congratulations, Mitchell. Absolutely awesome. Wonderful call.
Martin actually said to me, he said to me, look, well, first I said to him, I'm going to have a great round from now on, because I was going to get stuck into the beers, and he said to me, watch, he gets a hole in one year, and I put it maybe half a meter short, bang, back of the cup, first time in my life. Thanks, dude.
What you don't see there is the other side, and it was so great. It gave me goosebumps. The standing ovation that he got when we announced him, everybody was on their feet and they were cheering. It was really, really special. And yes, if you hadn't picked it up by now, he made it 10 the hole before because he was tin cupping it into the mountain like Donnie. 1 in, 2 in, 3 in, it could have been 3, and then eventually got there and then, broke his brain a bit. And then, as he says, Martin says, no, well, just make a hole in one. Martin is on with us. And he was also filming, and he said, still gives me chills. Awesome moment in Duckhook history, for sure. And I think that's our 12th hole-in-one in the Duckhook Honours Board, if I'm not mistaken. 12 hole-in-ones, boys. That is some impressive stuff, and we seem to have one every year. So we'll see if we have, maybe we have one before the end of the season. But we should have next time. Peter Zach was also in the four-ball, as you saw. Also astonished. Was awesome to witness a hole-in-one. It's always nice to witness a hole-in-one. And funny enough, I don't know, I'm always in the right place. Out of the 9, out of the 11, the 12, how many hole-in-ones did I say? 11 or whatever. I think I've been in 3 or 4 of the 4-balls when the Oaks have hit hole-in-ones. So how is that for luck?
So we should play more together, eh? Maybe I'll get a only one, eh?
No, I'm still the same. Let's not forget. So we're standing on that same 4-ball is standing on the 16th green, right? And now we're looking down. We hear some commotion, and we look down to the 15th, and we see Ryan Jensen walking with no putter, and we're like, "What is happening here? It can't be." And we look, and there's celebrations, and we think, "Oh my word! There's another hole-in-one." Ferdi, who had come around to congratulate Mitchell, also sat there going, he says, "This is unbelievable. I've never seen something like this. How can it be another hole-in-one from the same group?" Unfortunately, if you don't know, it was Ryan's second ball. Boo. So he teed off, hit it into the gorge, and then instead of dropping, you were with him, Donnie? Yes?
No.
No, you weren't with him. I know Billy was there. And then he teed off with the same club, same distance, because he said, "I know the distance in." Bang, in the hole. So, hole
That's
in.
crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. And then the next day, he stuck it like this, same hole, and he made a birdie. Unbelievable. Great to watch. So, that is how day 2 unfolded. Then we went on to day 3. Let me just see where day 3... Day 3 is the final leader. No, here it is. Bobby van der Spey was the best player with Jaco Jacobs on day 3, tying first on -2, 38 points. Jaco Jacobs needed that to get himself in contention and into a playoff, courtesy of a bit of a nightmare from Tian. Wayne Jensen, -1. Charlie Rothman, +1. Frikkie, +1. Tian, +1. Ewald, +2. Peter, +2. Ryan, +2. And Steve Saunders, +2. So what did it all mean? When you correlate it, as you saw last week, and you know what the result was, it meant that Tian Becker and Jaco Jacobs went into the final, went into a playoff hole on -3 on the 9th, and then we all know what happened. Tian taking the playoff hole after Jaco unfortunately hit it to the right, and we couldn't locate his ball. Good finish for you once again, Frikkie. All you need is to win this.
Man, I tried. I mean, obviously, like I said, when I got into the Classic, I wasn't really thinking anything. But I mean, after the day 2, I thought I really had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was at some stage 1 behind Tian, when we went to the stroke 1 hole. So, I had a chance. But just couldn't finish.
Just couldn't finish. Did you find that ball on the 18th? Or did you drop?
Mine?
Yeah. No, you didn't find it. Okay.
No, I hit over Peter, my captain's head, and he was looking, and then he said no, he couldn't find it, and there was a few guys looking, but we just couldn't find it. So
sure,
bad approach shot.
Must have been a good 4-ball all day.
It was. I mean, obviously it was with Tian, Jaco, me, chasing specifically, and it was really lekker. I must say that. The 4-ball still, obviously there was some chills, trying to still win, but I mean it was still relaxed. Still made jokes. We had a internal competition on ourselves, so it was lekker. I think Tian, on the 14th, he might have not been having so much fun.
Yeah.
But after that, it went well.
Mm-hmm. The guys who are watching and have still not been on this tour, I hope you're taking note. It was so good, and it only gets better. Next year will be better because we put a lot of effort into the little things, the little details that make it even more special. So next year you must come, start serving up. There were other things that happened. Closest to the pins quickly, and then I'll get to some eclectic scorecards. This is what the closest to the pin on day 3 was. Tian, take us through this, seeing that you're there.
Yes, so the closest was on the third hole was Lyle. I've heard it was real close, and then
he hit the pin, I think.
Yeah,
Jack Lamp hit the pin. Sorry.
Yeah, Jack hit the pin, and Lyle was like 2 centimeters or 3 centimeters in front of Jack. So it was in the same 4-ball.
Yeah.
So again, it was one of those rounds. And then, Fats took it on the par 3 17th. I know that was also closed. And then, we needed to use the rangefinders on the 16th to make sure that I was closer than.
Oh, really?
I think, it was basically a foot.
Okay.
That I was closer, and that's
a turning point for me and Tian. I got 6 there, and you got a 4, so it was lekker.
Yeah, and then the cameras came on.
Yeah.
Then I arrived.
You and Crystal.
I find it fascinating. Does this using a rangefinder work where you're standing if it's so close?
If you use the one that Golf Concept sells, it does.
Yeah.
But the others doesn't.
Interesting.
The Golf Concept one can go up to 1.5 meter.
Wow, that's the sure shot, right?
Yeah, sure shot.
Okay. Normally I'll take the pin out, and then you kind of segment and you try and see who is the longest. Eclectic scores. If you don't know what an eclectic score is, what it means, right? So for gross, I'm going to put in the leaderboard now. It means that over the 3 days, you take your best score on each hole and put them together and see how low you go. So after 3 days, the gross eclectic belonged to Mr. Donnie Geldernees, shooting 63. Well done, Donnie. That's very good. Lyle Lange, 65. Steve Saunders, 66. I'm not sure where the 66.9 comes from. That comes off score capture, but there it is. Jaco Jacobs, 67 with Wimpy Vos, with 2 other 67s, and 69 Wayne Jensen, Bobby van der Spey. Take us through your scorecard here, Mr. Donnie, seeing that you are top of the pops.
Yeah, no, Maz, like, let me tell you, it was when Ryan told me that afterwards, it was quite interesting to see. Considering I made 4 birdies the first round, I think 3 on the second round and 4 birdies on the third round. But yeah, if you look at the scorecard, I birdied 2, 3, 4, and a stretch of 4 birdies, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then obviously birdied 14 and 18. And I will be honest, that 63 could have been a little bit lower because that little 5th hole, the par 5, has got my number for making stupid mistakes on my 3rd shot onto the green. Each day I played it actually as a 3-shotter, and my 3rd shot was always either long or a little bit of a miss. But yeah, so no, it's a nice to say I've got a 63 over 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's great. And no bogeys, which is also nice.
Yeah.
Now, if we look at the eclectic points, right? How many points? Take a guess, anyone? How many points do you think the most was?
48, 49?
50.
It was over 50. This is what the points was. 51.5. I took it at just being Billy Hall and Grant Nell. Mitchell also 51 points. Richard Holman 50. Martin Tata 50. Stephen Saunders 50. And most of that would have been from day one. Dave van der Westhuizen in 50 points. That's awesome, Dave. Well done. Jaco Jacobs. And surprising myself, that must have been, I'm actually not sure how. I know I made 3 birdies on day one and then a birdie on each of the other days, so that might have contributed. This is what Ryan's scorecard looked like. So he shot 69 from a gross point of view, but 51 points. So he's gone 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2. 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. Only the worst of 3 bogeys. So that is a great scorecard. It would be nice to actually be able to shoot that one day, because what is that? That is minus.
That's a ringer score. Just
that's minus 15.
Yes.
Wow. Cyril got close to it, didn't he?
Yeah, close there.
He got to minus 10. Let's give that to him. So fascinating to see.
But if you look at his scorecard, it's like he definitely had I think he enjoyed the front 9 more compared to the back 9 because he had a lot of 3 and 4 points in the front 9.
Yeah, but it's probably the stroking. There might have been higher strokes where he wasn't making the points. Like the 8th, you know. He's only getting 2 points for his pars.
Yeah.
We'll do it all again next year. We'll do those. There's so many side games that adds a bit more of a fun aspect to the tour. The last thing that we're going to cover with the tour before we move on to Woodhill is Peter versus Maz. So if you don't know, this was 2 teams, 24 a side. It was very, very close. But at the end of the day, how many Team Peters have we got here on the show?
Ta-da!
Just one.
Oh yes, just me.
Just you. And the other 2 boys are Team Maz. At least I had the winner on my side. This is how this one unfolded. Day 1, Team Maz was very happy as we got 801 points, and we thought, right, we're on momentum, and we're going to take this once again to make it 2 years in a row. Then day 2, they came back 710, so they brought it back 10 points. And then day 3, they gave us an absolute whipping by a whole 41 strokes. So in the end of the day, Team Peter won by 33 points after all was said and done. It was a lot of fun. So congratulations to everybody in Team Peter for contributing to make it a success for Team Peter. I hope you're still watching Team Peter, if you're still in the advocate chambers. So next year, Tian, are you ready? It's Tian versus Maz next year. I hope you bring your A game.
I should.
Check, he's blushing already. I think he's excited. He didn't realize it until I said it now. Ooh, he's got more responsibility.
I just push him because he's not going to be in Team Maz now.
Can't.
Oh well, it's one of those.
Yeah, so something to look forward to.
It's something I'm going to look forward to next year.
And next year, I'm sure we'll have much more players. I reckon we'll be up to 60 players next year. I'm not even joking. I really do think we'll have so many players. Right, gentlemen, so that is the classic. If you're wondering where is the final holes, it's getting done. It's just there's so much stuff on my laptop that I've run out of space, and I cannot. And it's so there's like 300 clips of that to try and put together, and it just I can't. So after this, I need to delete all this stuff and then go again. So maybe next time we'll have that one. Carry the classic through.
Happy.
All right. Any more comments? Clint, as always, likes to be funny. Clint says, sounds like Maz is always the hole-in-one bridemaid, never the bride. Yeah, you're right. But I'm getting closer and closer as we go. Quibber says, sad I couldn't make it, but hopefully he can make next year and we can have him aboard. Wayne says, the extra scorecards leaderboards was awesome to look at. Yes, sir, it was awesome. Well, maybe there's even better one. Like I said, there's 4-ball alliances. I can't remember them all now. Was there anybody else win the 4-ball alliance here?
Yeah,
I think it was the last 4-ball. Me, Tion, and Grant and Yaku. Last day, right?
And the second day was me, Leon, Yaku, and Fats.
Yeah, because Maz was also like the best of the par 4s, par 3s, and par 5s as well.
100%. Best of par 3s, 4s, and 5s. So plenty. All right, we're moving on to Woodhill. Now that is done, Woodhill was this last Thursday season. So let's just set it up as we remind you who is our sponsor, our main sponsor of the Duckhook series. Right, let's get through this. I just looked how long that took. That took forever. Here we go. Top 10 from Woodhill. Peter Prinsloo was the winner, and that's why I was looking forward to having him on the show so he could speak about his own scorecard. -3, but I can tell you, Jean-Louis de Toy was -3 coming down the last, and I think he was leading on the countback, and then unfortunately hit it into the water on the 9th hole to fall back to -1. To tie with Gerard Gerber, Frikkie Steen -1 as well. Donnie, another solid round, even par. Jaco Jacobs, also form continuing, even par. Jamie played with me, played very nicely. Even par. Neville, +1. He was leading at one stage at -4, I think. And then Andre Kotze trying desperately to hang on. And he was also so close. He was under par as well. I think -1 at a stage, if I'm not mistaken. And then Nick Woolak. So that's how that finished. Have a look at Peter's scorecard quickly. Well, as you can see, a very solid round. Shooting 40 on the front nine, which was his back nine, if I'm not mistaken. And 39 on his back nine, which was his front nine. So at the end of the day, he takes his 3rd victory, if I'm not mistaken, on the Duckhook Tour. He's won like 3 or 4 years ago. His Park View and Eagle Canyon, he had won him back in the day. Okay, this is what everybody had to say from the top 5 at Woodhill.
Yeah, Maz, I must say the first night was a little bit of a shaky start. I think I only made 15 points short of 42. The second night, I was hitting the ball the whole day. Second 9 putts, there's a couple of putts that fell. So I shot a 35 with 21 points. So with a 77 for the day, gross. So yeah, and Donnie was pulling me all the time. He was also one of the challenges for player of the season. Yeah, so he was always 1 or 2 shots ahead of me. And that is why, he was pulling me all the way to have a good finish at the end of the day.
Andre, you made a big run today. You had your chances, not quite to finish you wanted. Tell us about the game.
I was hanging in there the whole day. Drove it well. Iron shots weren't great, so I was scrambling here and there. But then on a couple of holes where I hit good shots, I didn't capitalize. So it was a up and down round. But at the end of the day, I kept myself in contention. So that's all I could ask for.
Final round coming up at Eagle Canyon. 3 shots back. What needs to happen?
Well, I need to make up at least 3 shots, but we'll see. It's on the day. We'll see how the conditions are and if I can score.
It's one of those rounds that could have been awesome, but it just ended up being a good round. I left like sort of 4 birdie putts, in the throat. So, 4 shots out there where I finished on level par. Could have won the day. So a little bit disappointed in that, but I still played well. It was lekker out there. The 4-ball was great. So yeah. It's tight, yeah. If I'm correct, I'm 3 points behind the leader now, with the previous leader falling a bit back, by 1 shot. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see going into the last round. I can't remember where we're playing, but Eagle Canyon. So that's also a very tricky course. So yeah, I think it's all to play for.
It went lekker. I played lekker, better than last year. The driver worked 50-50. but the putting was lekker and all the greens were normal speed. It was nice.
Jean-Andre, you had a good round today here at Woodhill. Unfortunately, not able to take the title. How did it go?
Actually fantastic, to be honest. I fancied Woodhill coming in today. When I saw the fixtures early in the season, I thought, especially since I was doing quite well in the Thursday series, I thought this would be the one to see if I can put it away. And it was looking very promising for very long. And then I got very brave on the 9th and pull a drive and smack it out of bounds. And I think that cost me a bit.
Well, we're going to the final round at Eagle Canyon. You have a 3-shot lead over second place. You're almost there.
Yeah, but I think I must get to Eagle Canyon first, because it's a course that you need to know a bit, just from the guys talking. So I think I must get around in. I've never played there before, but I think it's going to be exciting.
And then what would it mean to win the Thursday series at your first rookie year?
It will be fantastic. No, I actually just wanted to make the top 10, starting out to see if I can get into that thing you guys play. I thought if I can get into the top 10, that would be fantastic. But since a minute, you just as well go for it now.
Round of applause for Peter Prinsloo. Peter, after a 4-year drought, here we stand. You are the winner at Woodhill. How are you feeling, man?
Yeah, man, it's I don't know how to describe it. I feel relief, if I put it that way. It's been a long road, a very long road. I've put a lot of work in since April, and I really thought it's not going to happen. I thought it was classic going to happen. It didn't happen there. But today it did happen. With all my putts I've missed, it happened. I feel top of the moon. I feel like I just want to have a jolt tonight.
What was the best part of your game today?
Definitely from the box and my irons. My irons, I was pure and straight, and everywhere I aimed, it was going dead straight. My downfall today, I shot a relative good score, but my downfall, unfortunately, was again the putting, like at Highland Gate. But I don't mind that. I won, so I'll work on the putting for the next tournament.
Season's almost done. Maybe one more victory before it's over.
Yeah, man, I'm pushing. My goal is either the Thursday, or hopefully I've got it into the top 10 now, and then Sunday too. I think I'm lying 12 there, 1 point out. But my goal for the year is to get into the top 10 on both of them. Secondly, to get in either the top 15 of overall of the season, play of the season, and then lastly, winning our team play. We got 2 games left before we can get in the final, so hopefully we can win our quarters in our semis. So Barry, my man, we're on a roll now.
There you go. Well done, Peter. Yeah, good golf. Wayne says, and I must agree with him, I have to disagree with the golf director saying the course was dry. It wasn't great. Nick and the greens were great. Was great playing there. Yes, that course was in unbelievable condition considering up till then we didn't really have rain. I actually made the comment of that's probably why they charged us so much, because all the bloody water that they're spraying everywhere. Crazy, but it was really, really. Donnie, do you agree with me?
Yeah, no, I think the course was really, really good. Also the golf director said to me, it's like they were just basically putting water, in around the greens and around the tee boxes and sort of letting the fairways go a bit. But I found the course very, very good. Nice for this time of year.
Right, let's get to the rest of the little things. Closest to the pins, this is what it looks like. We had, it's coming. Byron Knutzer, par 3 7th. Well done, Byron. He stuck it pretty close. Par 4 9th was the closest to 2, sponsored by Golf Concepts. Fricky Stain took that one. And Donnie just pipped me on the 16th, 4 ball behind me. I was like, I swear I had it. And then he came in and his name was scribbled all over the place. So thanks for that, Donnie. Donnie? Here is the 4 Ball Alliance, which I think you've...
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. 4 Ball Alliance, who wants to take us through this?
Let me do that. So it's obviously Pietie Prinsloo, Karl van der Meren, Ronnie Volliter and Trevor Miller that got there, minus 18 on 90 points. That's some crazy golf there. Actually a 7-pointer, but lots of 6s there.
Yep.
Which is pretty good.
They were actually playing a match play game against each other, and that probably spurred on the scoring. Let's have a look at the head-to-head quickly. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the red team won. Oh no, it was a tie. There we go. So Neville and Simon Mayer tied as the captains. So now put it at 14.5 to 13.5. What was the biggest defeat? If I quickly run my eyes through it, it was pretty close. Probably Gerard -1 and Neon Kruger +9 was the biggest points difference of the lot. So you're wondering, what does the standings look like coming into the last event at Eagle Canyon? Well, this is what the standings look like. As we heard, Jean-Andre is on 309, leading by 3 points over Andre Kotze. Anything can happen. 3 points is not a lot. And Donnie's 1 shot back, so you're actually 4 points behind at 305. Mark Borragero is still hanging in on 301, but I think it kind of ends on the top 3. So it'll probably be between Jean-Andre, Andre, and Donnie for the title. Barron's 5th, Jamie Sherry 6th, Yaku moves up to 7th, Wayne moves down to tied 8th, 9th, no, that must be all tied 8th, Gerard Gerber and Peter Prinsloo. So Peter made it into the top 10. So that's what that looks like.
So,
everybody.
Good one, PT.
Good. Right, Akasia. Let's get this Akasia done. This is what happened. The top 10 at Akasia looked like this. Alan Lowe taking the victory at -5. Unfortunately, Hansi Amman had a chance to beat him. He had a par putt on the 18th, and unfortunately just missed out, and then he missed the next one. So he finished -3. Louis Gerber had a great round of golf. -3. Yapi, his home club, -2. Kero, well done Kero, -1. Shandon, also his home club, -1. Manapogeda, Deerveld from Rensburg. There's a couple of good scores coming in from Deerveld.
Yeah.
Ashley Herman is consistent, and Quibus comes in the top 10. So that's what that looked like. What did we think of Akasia, gentlemen?
As from my side, I really enjoyed Akasia. He and Gerard played a practice round about 2 weeks before that. And found the course in good nick. So yeah, we really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Obviously playing the last 4 ball to go for the lead, and yeah, it was great. Up until the last hole, I was 3 ahead of Jan, and then he said he's going to go for 2, and I thought he's stupid to do that. He made a birdie for 4 points, and I blacked out in that hole, and suddenly he's 1 ahead again. So. Yeah, 1 hole. I mean, the whole day I was fighting, hitting trees, finding my ball in the fairways. So got so lucky. But yeah, Akasia was great. It was it's awesome.
Yeah, and it will be on the calendar next year again. I think it deserves a second chance. Let's have a look at Alan Lowe's scorecard quickly. Shooting 38 on the front 9. Where did he finish? He finished on the front 9. So his back 9, he shot 39. His front 9 can be so confusing. But he took it at the end. Well done to Alan. And then I caught up with the guys there as well, and this is what they had to say. Shannon, well done. Top 5, club champ here at Akasia, proving that he knows the course. Well played.
Thanks, Meze. Yeah, it was a great day out. Good 4 ball. Really enjoyed the course. Just stick to the game plan, and yeah, it worked out. I was a bit disappointed. Had a couple of putts that missed, but yeah, good day out.
Best putt game?
Definitely my driver. Driver was hitting fairways. Just the putter let me down a bit today, but otherwise very nice.
Yeah, the game was good. Focused on our better board game, match play. So we were up and for that. But the game was good. Putter was very, very hot. Probably like 10 or 11 1 putts today. So it was fun. It was very fun out there. I had like 8 1 putts on the front now. So yeah, that helped the score, and birdie on the stroke 1 and 1 on the par 5. It was all good. I enjoyed that. Very, very nice.
No, I enjoyed it today. The putter for once was on form, except for the last hole where it let me down a bit. But it was great fun, enjoyable. No. From around about the 11th or 12th hole, Wayne asked me, listen, you want to check the scorecard? I said, no, let's just leave it. We'll worry about it when we get down to 18. And I thought it might be close in contention. But when you came onto the green, I knew this. Okay, we are close.
No, I'm feeling good. It was bad luck for Hansi, but it was a good competition from the start. So yeah.
Talk about your game.
I struggled a little bit here and there. I only hit 4 greens the whole day. So yeah, but otherwise then putting was good.
Nice to be in the winner's circle. It's been a while.
It's been a long while, so yeah, but it's nice to be back again.
Hello! Well done, man.
Season's almost done. Happy?
Happy with the season. I mean, I haven't been playing a lot, so yeah, but coming the Summer Cup, so here we go.
Well done.
Thanks.
Correct, Summer Cup is coming up. It's coming soon. and you'll be notified if you're in. If you've won something, you're in. That's all I'm going to say. Let's go through the pins. Donnie, you back?
Yeah, it's like, so the par 3 first, Werner Esterhuizen. Then Maz, I didn't pip you on the par 3 the 9th, so I gave you that one. And then we've got Jan Fencer on the 16th, and then obviously Louis Gerber on the 17th.
I like how you say you gave me. Whatever. This was the winning 4-ball alliance. Simon Meyer, Grant Nel, Gerard Gerber, and Jaapie deployed 90 points as well. So 90 points on both the Thursday and Sunday series. Tian, you can do this one. I think you're getting a bit bored.
Yeah, so now I'm actually looking at it. Football Alliance scorecard. It's 2-7 points. That's well done. So the features group was won by Clint Brutus on +3, and then Group B won by Grant Now. I see his new picture on there without the beard. And then Group C was done by Mr. Jojo Pierre Aman.
Very nice, Mr. Jojo Pierre Aman. And I managed to get this photo of him with his hair out of his cap. I think it looks awesome. Well done, Jojo. The common thing there is that everybody's in the plus. Everybody's plus, no minuses there. Head to head, what happened? Well, the red team won this one. Mitchell's team, they took it. So now they're 15.5 to 13.5 with 3 games left. So pretty much the red needs to win one more game, and then it's over. They've got the bragging rights for the rest of the year. Okay. Do we want to see what the standings look like, Fricky? Are you ready?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Well, if you didn't cock up your last hole, it could have been a different story.
Yeah.
Because you are 1 point behind Jan. You could have been 2 points above him.
Yeah. It would have been nice. Yeah, so let me run through this. Janeman Venter, he's on 308 points. Obviously one just ahead of him. I think we will go head to head in the final with 5 handicaps. So yeah, he's a solid player, so it's going to be tough to try and beat him there. We've got Clint Brutus on 300 points. It's about 8 points behind Janeman. Steel van Lombard, I think he had a shocker at Akasia, otherwise he would have been in good contention. We've got our partner, Dani Geldnys, 296. Brian Owen also had a shocker against Clint Brutus. Yes, yeah. And then Kerel Connell, he went up. Ryan Jensen fell a little bit down. Kobus Kuman and Peter Prince are coming up again. So Peter again, in the top 10.
Yeah, hitting most of the goals except for the team one, which he unfortunately lost to Cornell and Keegan. I was going to say, it's interesting to see that the Thursday series and Sunday series 2 is like the same points. Thursday series is 309 and this one is 308.
Yeah.
It shows you. Player of the season, this is what it looks like. Jaco Jacobs goes in to November, the final month, with the lead on averaging 122.59. So it's his to lose. But Donnie, you need one or two good finishes, say top 3 finishes, and you can catch him. And there's the Summer Cup, and that's 850 ranking points. So there's a lot to play for. And Donnie, you like Glendower, so you have a chance. Grant is there. Steve Saunders is there. Going to have to do a bit of work. Stevie needs to win a few things. And then I think it's probably down to the top 3, if I'm honest, to take the player of the season. Yeah. So, but you never know unless you pull another Fricky out of the hat and end up taking anything. And finally, if you want to know, this is what the singles look like. We're almost done, everyone. Brian Owen beat Clint Brutus beat Brian Owen 6-4. 6-4. This thing is not totally updated properly. Sorry. And the play. So basically, it comes down to whoever wins between Ryan and Brian. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
Whoever wins that will win. And then it's the same for this group because Jason lost against Kunrad Senior. So I take on Kunrad Senior at Eagle Canyon, and whoever wins that one is the winner of the plate division.
Yeah, maybe just to go back to the previous one, if Ryan needs to beat Brian with a bonus point, if I'm not mistaken, to get through, because Clint actually won 6-4. So
this hasn't been thinged. So Brian's at the bottom of this log, and then Clint is on top, and then Ryan's on top. So
correct, yeah. But Clint has got the extra bonus point because he won 6-4. So up to Ryan to win with a extra bonus point, as far as I understand.
Well, Ryan just needs to win because then he goes to 6 points.
Okay, yeah, if we have to
he has to win.
Yeah.
A tie doesn't help Ryan. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
But a win will take it. And the teams, finally, to end off the show, Whiskey and Oros beat Pat Pat Bar 6-4 to go to semi-finals. Then the Predators are doing well. Kevin Ho and Kurz, they beat who did they beat? Vidra V at Woodhill, so they're into the semi-finals. And then Hit and Run, unfortunately, lost to Expand Balls, so they're into semi-final. And then between Steady Eddie and Bogey Bunch, they'll be playing soon, so that we can get to the final. Right. Wow, we've had a long show, boys. It's almost an hour. Crazy. All right, but that's it from me. So we will see you. Next up is Firethorn. The field is looking good. I think there's close to 68 players already, and there's still 2 weeks to go. So get your names down and let's enjoy Firethorn. Boys, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Let's
Cheers,
play.
everybody.
Which one should we play? We'll just play this one again. Boom.